It was a dark and stormy night, and 10 old friends were gathering for a reunion dinner party at a mansion they all rent together for their gathering. They were all classmates several years ago and had lost touch over the years, but were eager to catch up and reminisce about old times. The guests arrived one by one, some by car, others by taxi, but all with one thing in common. They were all delayed by the harsh weather conditions. Snow and sleet pelted the roads, making travel slow and treacherous. As the storm raged on outside, the 10 friends arrived one by one at the old mansion. The first to arrive was Alex, the class jock, now a professional basketball coach, known for his competitive spirit and love of sports. He strode in confidently, a broad smile on his face, eager to catch up with old friends. Next to arrive was Dave, the class nerd, now a successful software engineer. He brought with him an air of quiet intelligence, his love of technology always evident in his conversation. Tom, the class clown, now a successful stand-up comedian, was next. He had everyone in stitches with his quick wit and humor, bringing laughter to the old mansion despite the ominous weather outside. As the night wore on, more guests arrived. Mike, the experienced travel photographer, arrived, well-traveled and adventurous. He regaled his friends with tales of his travels to far-off lands. John, the class artist, now a successful gallery owner, arrived next. He had an eye for the unique and unusual, a true appreciation for the arts that was evident in everything he said and did. Greg, the class president, now a corporate lawyer, strode in next. He had a commanding presence, his leadership skills and intelligence immediately apparent. Bill, the class quiet one, now a successful author, was next. He was introspective, his writing talent evident in the way he chose his words carefully and spoke thoughtfully. Jeff, the class rebel, now a motorcycle mechanic, arrived next. He was independent and carefree, his love of motorcycles evident in the way he talked about his work. Hugo, the class rich kid, now a successful real estate developer, was the next to arrive. He exuded wealth and success, his business acumen apparent in every word he spoke. Finally, Jinsu, the noted environmental activist, arrived. He was passionate about protecting the planet, his tireless efforts evident in the way he spoke about his work. As the night went on, the group grew louder and livelier, drinks flowed freely, and laughter filled the room. The night wore on, and eventually it was time for the guests to say their goodbyes and head to their respective homes for the night. The roads were impassable, and with the weather forecast calling for a blizzard that was set to last for the next 10 days, they were all resigned to being stranded at the estate.
Severe snowstorms and travelers' advisories are in effect for the Chicago area. Caution is urged in planning any outdoor activities. I repeat, severe snowstorms and travelers' advisories are in effect for the Chicago area. Caution is urged in planning any outdoor activities. This has been an emergency weather alert from WFLD TV.
The next morning, as the group gathered in the dining room for breakfast, they quickly realized that Alex was missing. They went searching and soon discovered the lifeless body of Alex in his bed, a knife wound piercing his chest. The guests were shocked and frightened. Who could have committed such a horrific crime? As the reality of their situation set in, they realized that they were trapped in the house with a killer, and that the next 10 days were going to be anything but a reunion. Who do you think could be the killer? What could be the motive for the murder of Alex? Is this reunion really worth the danger it now poses to the guests? Do you think the group will be able to solve the murder and make it out alive? What do you think will happen in this thrilling story? Follow us on Instagram and YouTube to find out what happens next. I'm Michael Emerson for Popcorn Fictions.